what we do, we simply avoid and ignore helping accident victims, because we have this fear in our mind that if we will help them, we'll ultimately get into the loop of repeated court visits, police case, and investigation. So we generally avoid helping them. But the study also says that if an accident victim gets immediate medical attention within golden hour, that is nothing but within 1 hour of the accident, the severity risk decreases and thereby the survival chances increases. So understanding the problem and to provide the solution, we have come up with the solution of Tarit. Tarit is basically a Sanskrit word which means rescuer. Now talking about Tarit more, all right. As soon as the accident will take place, the live location of the victim will get sent to the server. And then after, the server will send the live location to the nearest ambulance driver. Along with that, that ambulance will also get the list of nearest hospital, to be more precise, number of beds available, number of doctors available. Now, what makes our Tarit different is that we have simply automated everything. We haven't kept any user interference in this. Now, when I talk about other applications similar to Tarit, they are software-based applications. In that particular application, user have to call the ambulance for help. In our case, once the accident will get detected, the live location will get sent to the server. The server will then uh, uh, notify to the nearest ambulance. We have seen cases that even hospitals deny to take accident cases because even they have this fear of police case and investigation. So for that, we are also going to inform the nearest police station. The ultimate objective of Tarit is to provide immediate medical attention to the accident victim. Now, talking about the market opportunity, we all know that government currently is in the process of connecting different parts of our country in order to reduce the traveling time. We all know that every coin has two sides. When we see that we are reaching from one end to other end in a very less period of time, at the same time, we also know that Samriddhi Mahamarga counted 56 accidents in just 17 days because of overspeeding. So in that case, immediate medical attention is very much required. When I say lifestyle change, uh, a significant growth in healthcare industry is being seen, uh, and because of many reasons such as road accidents, natural calamities, chronic diseases such as cardiac arrest and diabetes. So in this particular situation, you need immediate medical attention, and for that reason, ambulance services are very much in the outlook of the market, I would say. When I talk about hospitals, we'll have to also tie up with the hospitals in order to get the ambulance. And mainly our target market would be the car insurance company. Talking about the current market size of ambulance, in 2021, it has been stood up at 1502.78 billion. And it is expected to grow at a very significant rate of 5.10% of a compound annual growth rate during the forecast period of 2024 to 2028. All right, so this is basically the technology feasibility of our Tarit, wherein we also know that at times it's not always possible for a four-wheeler ambulance to reach at time. So we also have in that case a two-wheeler ambulance, which will basically give the primary attention, medical attention till the time our four-wheeler ambulance will come. This is basically the glimpse of our website, Tarit. This is again the roadmap that how it will detect and how it will send it to the central server, thereby what kind of route optimization process it will follow in order to give, in order to notify the ambulance driver. Now, coming to the most important part of our presentation, that is nothing but social impact. As I mentioned earlier, that the worst affected age group lies between the range of 18 to 45 years, which are basically the bread earners of the family. If we see each and every point mentioned in this presentation is ultimately related to the economy, that's nothing but the GDP of our nation. When I say reduce the risk of severity, if we give immediate medical attention to the victim, the disabilities or any kind of problem will get reduced. Second thing we have is increase the survival chances. That's nothing but again the same. If we provide medical attention within 1 hour of the accident, there won't be any deaths. When I say improved road infrastructure, so we have this feature in our website that we provide statistical analysis to the authority, that is region-wise analysis, which will basically help the authority
Divya,
to see that.
just would like to say 3 minutes are remaining. Okay. Yeah, you
Yes,
can
sir.
continue.
Yeah, which basically states that the authority will come to know that which region accidents are taking place more and what actions are supposed to be, what actions we can take in order to reduce that. Second is the economy of the nation. So basically, all these points, if we see at a very deeper layer or level, we can see that if we control everything and if we maintain everything, I mean, definitely it's going to help the GDP and economy of the nation. With that, I would like to conclude our presentation by saying that with the help of our Tarit, we won't let anyone die because of untimely medical help. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Divya, for your wonderful presentation. I would like to go to the jurors. Jurors, you may start with the questions.
Can I? Divya, excellent. This is a very good cause of very high social value. Okay. But the key to your problem solving is how to detect the accident. You got a hardware or it is a software driven detection using the smartphone?
Yes, sir. R is basically an IoT and a cloud-based platform wherein our IoT device will basically detect the accident and it will inform to the central server. Whereas we also have an independent software which can basically be used by everyone. And that particular, when I talk about IoT model, it's designed in such a way that it can get fit in any kind of vehicle.
Okay, this is a separate standalone IoT model, not embedded in the phone, phone on the smartphone or any mobile phone.
Sir, we do have website and app as well for ambulance users and police.
That is okay. I'm talking about the detection part, because if you look at you take a view of daily traffic, okay?
Yes,
I don't know which part you are from, but if you look at the Delhi traffic, you will find similar the vehicles moving also like that in normally. One trying to overtake and getting into the other lane, coming back to the other lane, and this is a normal phenomenon which also can be seen. So then you will get into false positives. Okay,
yes,
actually, there is no accident. It will be seen as an accident. You allot everybody, then it will create chaos. So I think that part you see. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, so for that, actually, we have this false alert scenario. We have a button which will basically buzz for 10 seconds. So if user is in conscious state, he or she can press the button and then there won't be any kind of an accident detected. On the other hand, sir, our accident is getting detected on the base of particular vibration. Like we have set a threshold value for that.
Okay. Good. So that is in a key area. The rest all can be managed. The data can be managed. You can connect to ambulances and all. And but the ambulance also, you have to create a perhaps a data bank with consent of a lot of ambulances so that they are available in a quick time. Because if you send a signal to somebody, some ambulance is far off, then you will not be able to reach that particular spot. So large number of ambulance in your data bank who can be connected, so that you find somebody is there closer to the accident spot and sensing this accident. These are the two key things. If you do it, then the rest will follow. There is no problem, absolutely. But anyway, it is an excellent innovation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So Divya, this is interesting. So I'll just add to what Wanda Jena has just said. So, so the first part is the most critical part, where the detection, right? So in detection, you are saying that you are using an IoT. What IoT are you using? Number one, okay. And what if, see, if you are using an IoT, that means you are asking people to buy an hardware and fit it into the car or have it with themselves, okay. So how practical, how cost effective it is, number one, because that is the entry.
Yes, sir.
The,
So
the last
definitely,
part, no,
yeah.
I have two questions, so you can answer both of them together. So the first part is the detection, and the last part is where they are being serviced, or I would say they have been treated. So hospital, in 90% cases, the hospital are not going to disclose the number of beds available if they are private, because there is no obligation for them to disclose, because they do not want emergency situations to come in, because they want a preventive care, curative cares to be done rather than emergency, because that fetches them more money. So now, how are you trying to address both these situations? The first part is most critical. The last part, yes, you can still manage.
All right, sir. So for that reason, what kind of IoT we are using is basically a basic accelerometer sensor, the GPS module, and we have basically we are using different kind of sensors which will sense the vibration, JSM module in that case. And sir, coming to your second question, that
In
the
the first
number
question, what would be the approx cost? Because you are asking
approx
somebody to
cost,
buy.
yes, sir. So it would be roughly 5 to 6,000.
Okay.
Currently, sir, we have made in 7,000 because it was a single unit. But if we make in bulk, the cost will ultimately get down.
Okay. So now the last part, the hospital part.
Oh yeah. So, sir, talking about the number of beds available and number of doctor, definitely it's a critical part, and no one will disclose this information. But for that, we'll have to speak up with the hospitals. We have to tie up with them. We have to get their ambulance with us. So I think, I mean, they will. I think it's a noble cause and they will help us. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let Navneet ask you more
Okay,
questions.
so I have a very basic question. When you say that you will be detecting through a IoT-based device, what are you going to be considered as a accident? What parameter are you going to measure? Is just that sudden stop or sudden impact?
Yes.
How do
Senses.
you define the severity of an accident? See, that's going to be your, if you're able to address that point, probably rest of the issues then will fall in line. But this is the most important issue which you probably will need a clarity in your mind, because I haven't still got the clarity that how are you going to actually detect. It's just not that the vehicle has stopped or it's got bashed. How badly the person who's injured needs an assistance.
Yes, sir. So for that, we have accelerometer sensor, which particularly senses the vibration. For that, we have to set a value. Say, for an example, if my magnitude or sensitivity, I have set it for 150 or 200, if it will reach or if it will cross that value, then and then only accident will get detected in that case. So impact, as you said, yes, sir, that was the thing.
Can you also look at that, now that the airbags are going to be,
Yes, sir.
compulsory, probably at some
So,
some point of time, the opening of an airbag or something related to that as an impact? And will it also work for a two-wheeler? Because two-wheeler is the market where you will need it much more than probably a car at times.
yes, sir. So for that, we have designed our model cars in such a way that it can be fit in any vehicle. Basically, our objective is to provide medical attention within golden hour. So in that case, if we see a person who is on two-wheeler, if he meets with an accident, our goal will ultimately be to provide him immediate medical attention. So airbags as such we haven't thought of.
And probably also, now that I'm discussing with you, can it not be a model which is probably not a hardware based or something?
Definitely, we can make it completely software based, sir. But sir, what we wanted to do is currently there are existing system of for ambulance
Yeah.
service. But what we are doing is like user have to call ambulance. But what we wanted to do is simply wanted to omit that part, and we wanted to once the accident will take place, immediately it should get notified to the ambulance driver. So yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Excellent intent, and I think you will do well. Just focus on the basics. That's it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So since there are no more questions, so let me ask the
Just
second.
one more, Kalol, just one.
Yes, yes, please, please.
See, you are using IoT device, accelerometer, and all these things, but all those are already available inside the smartphones. Okay. Now smartphone is growing. I think almost everybody who owns a car has got a smartphone. Who owns a motorcycle or cycle, no, sorry, has got a smartphone. And now all the hardware is available there. Now it also has got the GPS sensor and everything is there. Try to use maximum as much as you can get the process, because the high processing power is also available inside that. So data library and all those things can be there. So use that to the maximum extent. The phone capabilities should be maximum extent used, so that your cost for anything else add-ons reduces. Okay.
Absolutely. I think
That would be
I
excellent.
wanted to, yeah, I wanted to also share similar thought process. So, so you can always have your car paired with your mobile phone and have a panic button. Okay, be it a bike, be it a car, you have a panic button which is connected on a Bluetooth with the phone. So it uses the processing of the phone, and it can be the panic button can be used as and when required, because if the airbag has been released and everything, it doesn't need anything, so he may not ask for it. Okay, so just think over different situations and then work on it, because I'll tell you, we had similar kind of an experience where so there's something called fall detection. So if some worker is working and he falls, okay, so fall means, so it has to be minimum, say 10 feet fall. So if somebody falls, so it detects a fall using gyroscope and other sensors, okay, impact sensors and all those stuff. But there are a lot of false alarms even on that. So these are wearable devices on which also you get false alarm, and here there are more chances of false alarms, and you will dispatch so many resources, and you will end up misusing them. Okay, Gaurang wanted to ask some question, please. Gaurang.
Yeah. So like I have encountered this problem, and I have one of my friends, Mansi Joshi, who is a para badminton champion. She also suffered. She actually lost her leg because of this incident. So I understand the problem deeply. I just wanted to share that. See, there are a lot of these like the other jury members mentioned, a lot of solutions are already existing. So how can you make it integrated with your smartphone is one suggestion which I really like, because it becomes like very quick to use, very cost effective, and everything can be now plugged with your on your fingertips, right? So that is something which I would also suggest that you think about it, and then you can definitely improve on whatever you have built. So looking forward to see the next version of whatever you're building. All the best.
Yes, definitely.